Alors l'initiative Cacao Forêt, l'initiative que nous avons donc signée avec l'industrie chocolatière est la bienvenue dans notre politique. Elle s'inscrit, je dirais, en très bonne place dans notre politique. Pourquoi? Parce qu'une des principales raisons de la déforestation, c'est la cacaoculture. Donc nous devenons des partenaires dans la préservation non seulement de la cacaoculture, mais la préservation de la forêt.
In terms of deforestation in Ghana, we can say that it has been recognized that over 50% of our deforestation is attributed to agriculture. I would say a major chunk of our agriculture is into cocoa production.
La cacaoculture représente 10% donc, du PIB de ce pays, mais également 30% des recettes du pays et fait vivre 8 millions de paysans donc, qui font du cacao.
At independence, our population was roughly about 6-7 million. Now we are thinking of about 25 to 27 million people. And most of these people are on the land.
Le cacao, pour moi, c'est ma source de revenus. Voilà, c'est le cacao, il fait tout.
Cocoa is a forest crop, and that it depends on the micro environment and climate that forests create to be able to thrive. So, to two-tone, we see deforestation as a threat that needs to be addressed as quickly as possible with urgency to ensure that cocoa and forest will coexist, and for future generations will be able to produce cocoa to feed the industry.
Having almost everybody on board, Cocoa Board, Forestry Commission, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, other ministries, and the private sector, I believe that the Cocoa and Forest Initiative is also putting some momentum into the whole process.
Our first and most important stakeholder is the community and the farmers. First thing I do when I go to communities is to identify those who are already motivated. Once you get them, then you put the problem before them. What do you think should be done to solve this problem? They are likely to give you some. And then you may also have your own ideas. Then you add on to it and say, look, let us try it and see whether your proposal and our proposal work.
For us, it's an exciting time to be part of this initiative, and we see the urgency with which the private sector companies are involved, and we see the urgency with which the civil society agents are also coming up strongly, and the community are also coming up strongly. And we know that with the private sector companies trying to come up with their actions as to how to implement the projects, there cannot be an exciting time in the private sector than now.
Government is addressing this in various fronts. First, we are looking at policy and law enforcement. We are putting in place strategies to enforce our existing laws, and where the laws are not potent, we have to review them to make them more punitive for people not to engage in illegal activities. We are also doing some policy reforms in the area of tree ownership or tree rights. Currently, our laws do not allow farmers to use trees that they do not grow because every tree in Ghana is vested in the state.
We believe that if we're able to implement this program very well, we are not just increasing cocoa yields, we are not just restoring the forest cover, but we are also going to be a sink of greenhouse gases. Therefore, we are reducing the release of these greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. These are the gases that cause climate change, and out of that, we are going to get some carbon benefits in terms of payments for avoided emission reductions.
La traçabilité est un élément essentiel qui nous permet d'assurer la confiance du consommateur. Le consommateur veut savoir d'où vient le cacao qu'il achète. Nous avons lancé un vaste programme de géolocalisation de nos producteurs. À ce jour, 60% des producteurs qui participent à notre chaîne de valeur ont été géolocalisés. Et sur la base des chiffres dont nous disposons, nous sommes en mesure d'apporter à nos consommateurs l'assurance que le cacao qu'ils consomment n'est pas issu de zones déforestées.
mapping is a critical thing if you really want to deal with deforestation, because I mean we have various players within the same system, right? And farmers sometimes subscribe to various traders. So if you don't have a data in place that gives you accurate estimation of the farmer's yield, you know, you end up pushing the farmer to source from protected areas.
Obviously, as Olam, we take very seriously, obviously, the whole issue, and we've issued a new landscape policy, which is really working in partnership with governments in all the origin countries where we're present to work against deforestation.
La participation des communautés locales qui vont devoir sortir des forêts classées pour être recasées, pour pouvoir pratiquer une agriculture qui soit une agriculture durable, qui respecte la forêt. Il va falloir pouvoir allier l'agroforesterie avec l'existence de la forêt. Parce qu'il faut recouvrer la forêt, c'est notre intention. Nous devons recouvrer 20% de notre superficie en forêt.
There is a future for forests in cocoa, so long as there is commitment from government, there is commitment from industry, and traditional authority and local communities are fully engaged.